welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would take you guys with me in the kitchen as I make dinner. So I always get asked in my grocery hauls what I make my family for dinner. So I thought I would share with you guys a recipe. This is actually the first time I am trying out this recipe. So cross my fingers it goes good. But recently I was in LA and we went to like a small little Mexican food restaurant in like a mall, not really a mall, but like in a food court, and I tried a chicken wrap and it was so good, so I thought I would come home and try to recreate it myself. My husband is kind of skeptical about this recipe, so I'm hoping he likes it. I am going to be using something that I have never used before, and that is these garden spinach and herb wraps. I picked these up at my local store. I'm sure you can find them anywhere, but I'm going to give these a go. At the restaurant on the menu it said that they were using spinach wraps, so I picked those up because I want to try to make it as authentic as possible because I really liked it. It had chicken, avocado, tortilla strips, like little pieces of fried tortillas in it. It had pico de gallo and, did I say avocado? Yes, it had avocado and then like a corn salsa in it as well. So I picked up all of those things. If you can see my pot behind me, I am boiling chicken. I just had some frozen chicken in the fridge, so I threw that in the fridge. I had frozen chicken in the freezer, so I threw that into the pot and I added a couple things, and I will show you what I added right now. So as you can see, my chicken is boiling. I added garlic salt to the water, seasoned salt to the water, added a little bit of chili powder, and then I added 2 cubes of this chipotle seasoning. Up here I have like the chicken flavored one, I have a tomato one, and then way in the back there I have a beef one, and my mom found this and picked it up because she was thinking of me. So this is actually the first time I am trying it out, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna let that cook for about 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm going to start on some of the things that are going to go in it. I cut up 4 tortillas. As you can see, I just used a knife and I like shredded them pretty small. I'm just using these corn tortillas, like, you know, normal corn tortillas. And this is what they look like. So I'm going to take it over here. I'm going to add a little bit of oil to this pot, and then I'm going to fry it all up. I added water, just like a sprinkle, to see if the oil was hot enough, and it is bubbling up, so that means it is already ready to go. So I'm going to take these and add them in it, but I'm going to do it off camera because I'm sure this is going to pop up and you need to be really careful. So once I get this in here, I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. I added them into it, and I'm just going to move these around and let them fry up, and then once they are all fried, I will take them out and let them drain to get all of the excess oil off. So because I'm using a smaller pan to do it, I don't want them to stick together, so I'm just making sure that I'm constantly moving all the little pieces around so I don't get any clumps that aren't cooking all the way through. As you can see, some of these pieces are starting to turn golden brown, so as they start to turn golden brown, I'm going to take them out and let the other ones finish cooking up. I just took the chicken out of the pot and I cut it just to make sure that it was fully cooked through, and it is. So I'm going to let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to cut it into smaller chunks and then throw it in the refrigerator so it can cool down. So I just roughly mashed up 2 avocados. I'm going to add a whole thing of corn to it, and I am also going to add half an onion and some salt to taste it. And I might throw in some cilantro, or I might just put this in the pico de gallo. I'm not quite sure yet. So I'm going to put all of that in the bowl and mix it up, and then I will check back in with you guys. Here is the avocado, the corn, and the onion mixed up, and I added a little bit of salt, so I'm going to taste it and see how it tastes. So since there's nobody else going to be eating from this, I'm going to taste it and double check that it has enough salt. But obviously if you're going to be serving this to other people, you're not going to want to use the same spoon. But here we go. Tastes really good. So I'm going to cover this and then put it in the refrigerator so it can cool down a little bit, because the wrap that I had was like super cold and it was so good. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to work on the salsa so I could put that in the refrigerator, and then cut up this chicken so that can go in the refrigerator so that I can start putting it all together. I just added everything to this bowl. I have not mixed it up yet. There are 2 tomatoes, half of a white onion. There is 1 cut up jalapeno. I don't know if it's gonna focus. 1 cut up jalapeno and a little bit of cilantro. So I added a little bit of salt, so I'm going to mix that up and see how it tastes. So I have my little helper friend with me because she just woke up from her nap. So I just tasted the pico de gallo. It tastes really, really good. But I think that what gives it really good flavor is when you put it in the refrigerator and you let the flavors kind of marinate together and it chill down a little bit, and it tastes really, really good. So I'm going to pop that into the fridge so that I could get to the chicken. I am going to just heat these up a little bit so they are easier to work with. The wraps that we had in LA, they had a cilantro lime dressing on it, and it was a homemade one. I don't have time. Okay, I probably do have time. I don't have the patience to cut up everything and cook and do the chicken and do all this and make homemade dressing. I am slacking. But if you guys have a recipe that you guys like for cilantro lime and you want to use it, go right ahead. But I am going to be using this one today. I have also tried the Marie Callender's one, but I feel like the Marie Callender's one is a little bit spicier because it has jalapenos in it. This one does not. So forewarned about that. But you can get this at like Walmart. I've seen it at Target. I got it at our local grocery store. So I normally just put it on my chicken salads and I eat it like that, but I'm going to add it to our wraps. The first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of chicken. And I'm making these for me and my husband, and then I'm just gonna leave some chicken on the side for the kids. Then I'm going to go in with the corn avocado salsa, the pico de gallo salsa. Then I'm going to add some of the tortilla strips that we made, a little bit of cheese, and just a little bit of the dressing to give it some good moisture. To throw them into the refrigerator so they can cool down and kind of harden up a little bit, and then when I take them out, we'll cut them and eat them. Alright, so this is what the finished product looks like.
We have chicken, and this looks really good. This looks good.
Good?
What are you showing me? Mom, look, I got chicken.
You got chicken and rice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I have chicken and rice and I like it.